Alright guys, so what do we have here? We have some changes from the last session. I asked Codex to introduce new states in my states list. Pocket state, yeah. So we introduced states here. Aggregate public key before shuffle, final settlement, so it's now more explicit. I wonder if this works. Let's check first if it works, and then we'll debug what the codex actually did. So I believe we need to do check all contracts, start new node, I suppose. So that's a Nitro dev node, so that's Arbitrum development node running locally. And yeah, I just try to build the contract now. I'm sure this change did not include any changes in the contracts, but I'm not sure if we didn't change some contracts before. So far everything is green or yellow, which is okay. Let's say 16, 13 kilobytes. 22 is kind of close. So I managed to get verified signature to 14.7 kilobytes. Okay. How did I do that? Don't ask me. Yeah, it was 24 and now it's 14.7. So yeah, how did this happen? How did this happen? Oh my goodness. What did I do? I just replaced this Kazakh hash somewhere here. You know? So this Kazakh hash is from alloy primitives thing. I think it was the same, but I think this was added. Let's check what happens if I comment this. But I think this will not implement the trait. Then what will happen if I do this? Scripts, check contract, verify signature. Let's see if that no. Well, I don't know. I need to use this name. Made some typo. Oh no, it's still 14 kilobytes. So there was some other change I did. You know, I don't remember because of course my memory is bad. Interesting. Finalized asset not implemented. So something is different in this implementation. You know, I don't remember what was I changing. Okay, but it's smaller now. It's 14.7, so this is good. Now, having said that, we have all this contracts built. So I have this README here. I have my computer is full of text files, READMEs, because my memory is extremely bad. I can't remember things. It's just the way I am. I just can't remember things, and that's the problem. Okay, so because we started the new Nitro dev node, we have to deploy all the contracts on this Nitro dev node. Okay, so that is our test dollars. I call them PPDC, yeah, private poker dollar coin. Why not, right? So because this is we're doing testnet anyway, so that's actually dev node, so it's even like dev node. So it's a fake dollar. It's not a real dollar. On the main Arbitrum chain, you would have USDC, the original coin. So we wouldn't be deploying. We would not be deploying private poker dollar. We'll be just using USDC in this case. Okay. So the reason I'm doing this .env is because there's env defined, so all these variables, I just want them imported into this shell, so that when I do something like this, it works, because I'm using this pp-lobby variable that would other be undefined. Okay, do I want to test from test accounts? I can do that. So that's for Codex. Codex will use the test accounts. Test accounts are whatever Anvil reports as test accounts. You know, there's like 10 test accounts that Anvil comes with. So we gave them some USDC, I suppose. Okay. Now, besides that, I probably want to fund my wallet, right? So my actual wallet, but on the dev node. So if I look here into MetaMask, so that's my wallet. I copy this. This is my test wallet. I don't have anything in the wallet. It's just test wallet. So I take this address, right? And then I have scripts, and I have fund test USDC, okay, and okay, so how much? Some amount, and then this address of mine, and I should have this test USDC for this deployed contract on this user here. So if I go private poker on localhost, so we didn't do that yet. Yeah, so we need to start here the private poker. Okay, so now the server, the backend is working, but the backend here is literally static. It just serves, you know, a folder, a dist folder in this app. You see this folder? It's just, the server is just serving files in this folder. You know, it's static. There is no dynamic pages or anything like that. There's no database, no nothing. It's just you know, flat front end. You know, so this is just serving front end. And now we have this front end here. So it is a Vita app. So that's React. It's just pure React, nothing else. Sign in. Sign in is special. It's my invention here. It's I think it's used in Web3 community to do exactly that, to create your like a temporary identity, so that, you know, you have your wallet, which is permanent, but then this pop-up would be showing up every so often when you need to make a like this is signature request, but transaction request would be showing up all the time for everything you do. That would be very, 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 very annoying. So instead, what you can do is you can sign some message, and here's the message that we're signing. We just sign this message, and as a result of signing this message, you have some bytes, and these bytes are unique, and no one can forge them. So this is a secret right now, right? So by signing this message, I generated new secret. No one can know this secret because I had to use my private key to generate it. So, you know, no one else can create a secret like this. Okay, so I save my profile on blockchain, which is, you see this. You can see transactions on blockchain happening live as they go. So maybe I can make some space so you can see them. So continue. So this is a subscription. So I know what happened here. Some requests. We get, I don't know. So review alert, network fee, we cannot do that now, right? So the problem here is that I need to fund some gas token to this user. So what I do is, in scripts I have cast send the address of the user, so my wallet address, you know, and then value equals, for example, how much do I want to send to this user, you know. I want to send 0.10 to ether. Okay, and this is test. This is devnet. This is this is this node here, local. So yeah, I have all the control in the world. I can repeat this. So you have this error here, and I can repeat this. It's pretty cool. Like, I don't have to know all the libraries and so on. I can just tell Codex to do certain things for me, and you know, I say I want some error text under the button. Here we go. Okay, so sending some small amount of if. You see, we're sending very tiny amount of if to this address, which is, see, it says here operator 67AB. So this address, okay, is generated from your secret key. So remember, when you signed in, you signed the message to generate this temporary secret key. It is deterministic because every time you come to this page, you use your own private key, which is always the same. When you sign here with this wallet, you use, you know, your private key that is in the wallet. This is not shared anywhere. This is private, right? So you're signing this message. After signing it, you're generating this new secret, which is only in the memory of your browser. It is not stored in any cookie or anything like that. There is no cookies. This app is extremely security focused. You know, this is hyper secure. So if there isn't any security bugs in there, I need to attack them because this app is designed to be security first. So, you know, right. So what are we doing? Sending 0.5 if now to this. Not sure why we're sending the if, but okay. That's some confusion here. Maybe it was, I have a feeling there is some transactions here pending. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I didn't want to go here. Let's try again, because, yeah, let's try again, see what happens. Okay, I'm giving someone permission to spend 50. Yes, $50, yes. And you can actually, this is address, you can actually change, give it an alias or nickname, PPDC, okay? And spending out, this is PPDC now, this you know, the coin that we're spending, spender, operator. This is account number 2, so operator 2, you see? So this account I'm using here is account 2, so I call it operator 2. So this way I have nicknames, and next time I see this window, I will know what it is, but I won't see it anymore because operator will work in background in this front end. So now what I'm doing, I'm sending to operator. Now it's nice because it sends, it says that I'm going to operator from account 2. I'm sending this amount of if, this amount of gas. So there's two things you need to send to operator. You need to send some dollars, and you need to send the Ethereum. Ethereum is needed for gas fees because operator is performing operations on blockchain. So you need to, like, it's like a prepay. You can treat operator like one of those prepaid cards, you know. So like your gift card, you prepay, and it's on that gift card. So operator is like a gift card. But the thing about operator is that now every operation on this chain, you see, everything happens without me having to go to wallet and approving anything. I don't know what are those, how do I get rid of this notifications here? Send failed. This is the previous, I think. Yeah, there was some, like when there was no phones, there was some failures, and that's why this happened. Okay, so let's create a table. Let's call it, I don't know, we need a poof. Oh, why not, right? And yeah, $100 buy-in, let's say. So you see that the table got its own cryptographic key. We used operator to move chips to this table, so the buy-in. Yeah, so this is what happens. So operator approves, And then there is a call on smart contract that actually moves those chips and creates a table, you know. And now we're waiting for another player. So another player is gonna do the same thing, okay? So I can go to private poker and I need to sign in. So maybe to avoid errors, let me just give this player you know, the token and the ether. So I'm gonna just say here paste. Okay, got the dollars. I can refresh. If I refresh, there should be no. 8340. What did I do? Yeah. Why it doesn't show? It's kind of weird. Disconnect wallet, connect wallet. Maybe I'm showing how much dollars does the operator have actually here. Let's check what will happen once we buy in, you know. I mean, once we pay for subscription. Codex might have done this change when we added operator. Okay, that's my address. So I want to store it, and I want to go and do this for this account. No, look. Now it should. Oh, here we go. My bad. My bad. I don't pay attention. You see, here I transferred 0.2 Ether, and here I minted $1,000 for this guy. Okay. So again, this is test, everything in test, right? So let's see what happens next. So we can see here the transactions, right? So we can add some white space. And we can see transaction as it's going. So signature request, that is not a transaction. There won't be any transaction. I'm not sure what this is. This is from the wallet itself. But this signature does not make blockchain transactions. It's literally taking this message and returning to the front end bytes, which are signature of this message, which is treated as a seed for generating deterministic key secret, you know. So that's interesting. Execution reverted. Interesting. I'm interested to know what that means. What does this mean? So let's do this. Account missing. Account is missing. Okay. I'm not sure what this is. I need to check, because that signature must not go on blockchain by any chance. We should not be doing that. But yeah, that's definitely not what is going on. Okay, so I think this is just maybe queries. If call. If call. Is it or if call, or is it if send or something like that? Yeah, I don't know. Submit a transaction. So I think this is when we submit. This is just a get. So maybe wallet is just getting some details from the blockchain. Okay, so spending caps request. So this thing, this is just MetaMask, so I don't control that, you know. Yeah. And then now we're giving to this guy. So we can actually say operator here. Okay. And we're giving if to this guy. Creating account. Why does it show twice? Sounds like there is some bugs I need to address. This is kind of weird. I'm now disappointed here. Okay, so this is $. That needs to be fixed. Something isn't right. Okay. Anyway, the fix will happen. Let's join. Now we have to bind to the table. Okay. So it's 100 chips. Oh, that's interesting. So I did request Codex to do a change, and something isn't right with this change. So I need to ask Codex, what the hell? Yeah, there is something was, the state used to be more stable, and now it's kind of flickering when we do that. Okay. Let's do this. No, let's do this again. This side. They should find each other. Why are they not finding each other? I feel like Codex has broken it. Is there anything going on here? Yeah, I think the most recent change has broken it. Has broken the Frontend. Frontend is broken. What am I gonna do now? Panic. I'm gonna panic. Let's return. Let's see what happens. Can I see it? Yellow. Okay. Didn't refresh. Is there a chance that they will connect? Or not really? You can also check the grid. There is a page here. So I'm using this grid here. But it is not acting on the grid. There's no request in the grid. That is not cool. So this is poker mesh. So it's a thing, you know. So in order for these two guys, in order for these two guys to find each other, there needs to be signal server, you know, and there can be multiple signal servers. It's just yeah, there's zero, nothing. Something is broken. Something is broken. Codex, what did he break? Oh my god, how much changes? So many changes. I'm just curious, where are we? Hooray. Right, so what happened and why did it happen? Jesus, now we're gonna be debugging this is the vibe coding thing. Okay, let's see what was changed and when and why is this not working? Why is the signal not coming out? Is there some error? Oh, there is private mesh. Bootstrap WebSocket failed. Why? So if I go here, okay, okay. Now, what does it say here? Bootstrap failed. And does it work if I go to the DevNet one? theme. So this is a version that's deployed in DevNet. Okay, so let's see if that one works. WebSocket failed. Why did the WebSocket fail? I don't see anything going on. So what happens if I go here? No, not here. This guy. Sign in. Was it this one? Let's check what happens. They failed to bootstrap right now. Not sure why would this be the case. And there is nothing in here. Oh well. Let's see. What's going on? Logs. Serving. $127. 3,000. Why is it serving on 127 3,000? Is it routed somehow? This is interesting. Instance exited. That's not cool. Something is wrong here. Yeah. Live tail. Is there any traffic that is worrying? Network. Last 7 days. 200 kilos. And 20. Interesting. Not sure what that could be. Someone DDoSing me. 854 successes. Sounds like a lot of requests. No? But the page loads. I mean, it does load. Okay. So where is the issue? Why is this URL not working? Let's check or get this address. What? What's going on? It's an error. Why is there an error? 404. This page could not be found. Why? Why is the page not found? What kind of deployments we have here? Active. What if I go roll back to this one? Okay, let's try. Let's see what happens here. What go away? I don't want you. Okay. Well, this one doesn't have the thing. But okay. Where is the found? Why is it not found? Which one is current? Active is this one. Wrong one. To refresh. This one. To refresh the page. Oh. Wow. Okay. Something is not working there. Something is broken, which is not cool. So what are we gonna do if something is broken? This won't work because it needs mesh to work. You know? It needs the mesh to work. If mesh doesn't work, then it's not great. Okay, let's turn it down. Let's see what's going on with this guy. I can do something else then. Website. Okay, so does it have something to run it, right? Start is just doing the justice. And to do bundle first. Yeah, npm run bundle first. Preview, I can do preview, okay. Okay. So that should give me like a localhost version of the whole thing. Like this. Doesn't work. Does it say not found? What does it say? Page not found. Mesh JSON. Why is it JSON? Something happened to this. Weird stuff. Mesh JSON. Where is the what's going on here? That's scripts, templates, MJS, Mesh MJS. Where is Mesh MJS? Here it is. Where did it come from? Build MJS. Okay, it's not. Scripts, is it? Mesh random requests. I know, that's my testing script. This is public. It's up. Where did the Mesh MJS come from? That's my bad memory. What does the using bundle? Let's use this template. Attach mesh from Mesh.js. But where did the Mesh.js come from? Sounds like maybe I deleted something by mistake. But it was working, so it is weird. I create server and request attach mesh. That is from Mesh.js, which doesn't seem to be anywhere else than here. No? Where is the... Where the Mesh.js went? I don't see it. Here it is. But where is it coming from? And point slash mesh. So why is it not server MJS? Wait a second. Up server MJS. Bundle. What? Why is it up server MJS? Main args. What's going on here? I have a feeling that Codex is doing some mess here. There's some gremlins. Seriously. Where's the date? June 23, 30. Southampton. I feel like I don't know what happened here. Need to check the Git repo, I think. Where are you? Something happened on this branch. Okay, that's the commit. Any changes? No. Pages, server MJS, handle mesh request was added. But where is this guy? Lib. It's in lib. Ah, it's here. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes. Because this is running on port 3000. So if I want to run this, I need to run this something like that. Does it work now on 3001 or? Yeah, okay, 3001. Okay. No. On 3001. On 3001, it's not working. I just copied this. Okay. Page loads. Read shows. Why is it doing this? Doesn't exist here. There's nothing going on in here. It's broken. What are we gonna do now? It's a broken mesh. Gonna ask Codex. But why is this broken? It wasn't broken. What broke it? Is it not running the server? Is this not do I have a script here, right? Where is this? Okay, the script is here. I can use this mesh random requests. See if what that will do. Network error. It's just not working. Oh, yeah, I think I need to terminate this, run it just like this. And port 3000, because this thing is using port 3000, yeah. No, now it works. This is offline. Oh, now we have requests. You see? It works. The mesh is working. Lots of peers are trying to find each other, and we're helping them. Okay, so the mesh network works. So why it doesn't work there? Let's try this one then. Where is the, does it have any parameters, or it's just run loop, WebSocket imp, run once, one loop. What's this? Where is the URL? Oh, defaults. Oh, here we go. Is there a minus help? Is there? Is there a minus help? Oh, here we go. So I can run this again. But this can go to port 3001 and run this. Okay, but I can run this with special variable. Special environment variable. So I will deal with this problem later. The production, let's call it, it's not a production, it's the testnet. Something is broken here on the testnet, so I need to figure this out. Actually, let's try this Let's try this. Default URL, what's default? // okay, we can try actually this. URL this, and instead of grid we say mesh. Error, and that's not working. See, it's not working. I don't understand what is this folder here for mesh.json. Are we using it somewhere? For anything? It's an empty folder. So I don't know, is this folder in GitHub or something? Up. It's not in Git. Yeah, it's just like this. And residue. Do we need residue? Some old. It's gone. Okay. I don't think it's in a, well, I don't know. Okay, let's try and run again. So I'm gonna do rm max Next bundle. Okay. Now I'm gonna do npm. This one is, it's not running. Okay. npm run preview. I can do port 3001. We're gonna test again. But I'm gonna do this 2001 like this. Works. This works. Okay. And I think it needs to be a WebSocket. Oh! No, it's error, right? Receive network error. Okay. Okay, so there is some network error there. Why would there be a network error for WebSocket? I don't know. It's just a WebSocket, nothing special. Okay, so I can run this, but yeah, okay, so I'm running this on 3001. I can run this, but I can specify, I'll look into this later. I'll specify the mesh config. Oh, this thing. It's kind of like next. There's also vita. So you see. So next. Why next? Why do we use next? I don't know. I'm not complaining. Fokker mesh. And what do I do here? URL? Oh. I have to say dev 3001. Oh, okay. Dev, and then what did we do? Run dev. That will run against this dev mesh. Now we're gonna have requests in this dev mesh instead. Oh, we can check the dev mesh. Let's check the grid of the dev mesh. This one is devnet, so we'll check that later. Now we're gonna go localhost 3001. That's just localhost everything. Okay, it just shows you within the last 48 hours, right? So let's see what will happen. Let's go again. Lobbies. Just to refresh everything. I don't know. Just go in. Ah, this is wrong. This one. Okay, I need to sign in again. Okay. Perfect. Enter. Turn. Now they should find each other. No? 68. Where are they sending there? Why are they sending there? They're supposed to send. It's wrong on the URL. Why is it sending it to this URL? Next public Fokker dev. And we'll go crazy with this. Something is broken. Dev should be there. If this is selected mesh, dev, Is it not using that? Or do I need to reload the page? Maybe. Because it's not reloaded, you know. Need to do reload of the page because of course it cached the old code in the browser. And because it cached the old code, it uses the old URLs, if I'm correct. How does it look like here? No, it's insisting on private poker. Let's do it differently. Let's open a new tab. Let's see if that helps. Maybe it is not using this environment variable. It's possible. Yeah, it's not using it. Doesn't seem like it's using it. Unless maybe this no, it should be using it. Let's ask Codex. We have AI for it. Let's ask. See what Codex will say. Hey, having an issue. The mesh. I am running it. 3001 localhost. And running up with doesn't seem to take that environment variable. Developer console in browser still shows main URL. Let's see what that will do. Let's see what that will tell us. No, I don't know what's going on with the mainnet thing. The mainnet with the testnet thing. What aliases? Who asked you to add them? Oh, we never added there. Okay. Next public. Vita. Why Vita? Okay. Codex is just doing lots of assumptions here. So next public, private pocket chain, next public. Okay, so we just take from env. So in order to use it in a code, I have to have this kind of thing. Otherwise, it's not automatically there. Okay, explains a lot, I suppose. Let's see what that will do now. The mesh is still running, yes? Okay. Now, oh, now it works. 173, look at that. So localhost version works. Okay. But there's a lot of things going on here, I think. I don't like when things break like that. Oh, listening. Okay, now it worked. But yeah, the state is wrong. And I asked Codex to introduce this state, and now it's just broken. But at least we know that the mesh is working on dev. There is some issue on Wasmer for some reason. It's just a WebSocket, so I don't understand that. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I think I've lost the diff, did I? Or these changes. Okay, settlement maybe is not use poker table. Poker table. What was changed in use poker? Final verification. Chrome BLS bridge. What is that for? JS. Lib Chrome poker. Bridge for what? Is this a new file? Or is BLS? Why do we need this bridge? What is this doing? And what did we change here? Something here. Oh, we got a separate state for each round. Previously we didn't. Okay, I don't think we want this, because round is a separate thing. Okay. Oh no. No, okay. Flop. Yeah. Did we change all this, right? Yeah, I don't want separate rounds like this, because this controls the hand and the rounds are specifically here, so I don't want them to be like that. Okay. So let's just take this. Okay, so can I copy this? Why would I want that? I wasn't specific, and yeah, doesn't matter really. Round, flip, turn, river. Yeah, but then it's delivered and it loses the qualifier. So okay. Let's do this. Let's first revert this. Let's revert some of the changes you did in the okay. Open files. The cool about Codex is you can look at the code. I could change it by hand or something, but there's like surely there's dependencies and so on. So Codex will find them, and you know, if I want to just remove that, I'll find all the dependent stuff. So say those states. We don't need separate for each round, only for hand state. So what we need is Yeah. Let me just copy this. And I think we need this guy. And we need this guy before finished. Submit key, settlement finish. Oh, something like this. That should be 0. We change the numbers. There is no dependency on it. It's peer-to-peer. So maybe there should be like a protocol version, something like that. Okay, so maybe that actually is causing something. Bad preflop and so on. We don't want that. We want bad to be bad. That's it. We want blinds, we want bad, and so on. Okay. And check. Let's do that first. Let's see what happens. And after that, let's see what is not working. I don't like when things stop working like this. Why is the mesh broken? Where is my Wasmer? Wasmer, why did you break my poker? I protest. Doesn't say much here. Listening on 173,000. But why is it listening on 3,000? What settings do we have here? CDN cache. I want port cache environment. Config YAML domains. But I'm using, what am I using here? I'm using this guy. Should use the latest. There is a new one. I should use the new one. Okay. I really don't know. Need to check this at some stage. Yeah. Okay. Is it finished? No, it's not. Active sockets 1. I guess he lost connection, did he? Because yeah, I know what. Because Codex is changing something, and this is I think running live. This is doing that the dev. Codex is changing something, so it's breaking it. Oh my god, members only. That's a cool screen to have, no? Like if you don't sign in, if you just navigate straight into lobby, this is what you get. You have to sign in. there is a, okay, what's going on here? Activity. What are all these errors or messages or something? What am I looking at? I don't see anything here. Any messages? Anything? So what's the number for? I don't know. It just confused itself. Okay, so let's try it. Let's see what happened. I changed something. Yeah, sign in. That's good. If it says members only, that means I reloaded the page correctly, so all the cache data is gone. Okay, and then return. Okay, connecting. And no. Okay. Now we should be fine, but there is some other issue. So let's check this. Sounds like too many changes. Yeah. Okay. Right. So that's, I know what, I usually just do this. I just show the transcript for table setup failed. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. So I'm just gonna paste maybe this. Oh, that's some issue when players join table or rejoined. Player ABC console. Let's see what will Codex say. BFG console. Okay, just like this. The thing is that there is a lot of, there's a lot of code to look into. There's a lot of changes, and I feel like I can just ask Codex to do it for me, to explain me what kind of problem Codex has introduced. The best way is to just ask Codex. So you can see I have asked Codex to produce these consoles, so that we have a nice. It was quite a fight with Codex to have all these nice colors and so on, because I wanted it to look nice as well for myself, not just some ugly text. Yeah, I thought so. The generate keys is G1 instead of G2. Expects the G2. So this was changed. I see. So we're using now public keys that are G2. Are we? Wait a second. Is it what our smart contracts are like nowadays? Okay, let's check, because I'm going crazy here with this G1, G2. So what did we do here? Where is the verify signature? Hash to curve. No, that's tests. Okay, so hash is G1. This is G1. This is G1. Signature is G1. Public key is G2. Yeah, signature G1, public key G2. And what it is, and settler. Well, settler is calling verify signature. Okay, and what does it say in Crumble? I'm going crazy now. Verify. What's public key? Come on, show me. I am impatient. Signal crypto hash to curve. Where the is called is public key defined? Types. Here. G2. Signature G1. Yeah, it's the same. So why would it be incorrect? What does it say here? Yeah. Codex and its creativity. Here, types. Public key, point, but God one knows which one. Crypto sign. Okay. Sign with. What did we change? Here. Digest to G1. Hash to curve. Why do I need digest to G1? It should be just called hash to curve. Yeah. Oh well. If you have any comments, go ahead. I'm reading chat sometimes, but I need to move screen like this because it's on a different screen. Right. Look, I made myself look okay, and there's only one viewer. Anyway, I'm trying to fix some problems that are, so what did we do on operator top up? Why did we change that? What did we change and why? Use network on operator top up. Why did we do that? Why did we in use network? Where is it? On activity. There's no top up. So Codex just decided that, oh, it's not used, so we're gonna get rid of it. Maybe it's not used because Codex earlier removed something. Wonderful. Generated BLS key does not match the announced public key stored on chain for this table. We need to create a new table, I think. This table is gone. It was created with wrong algorithm for generating this key, I think, and it's gonna not work. So the table is the Winnie the Pooh is no longer good. We need to create a new table. Let's create a new table. Wait, did we? Well, let's go for it. Let's create some table. Let's see what will happen. Some table was created. Oh, now this one has good security. So join by it's poking. What's going on now? I see failed. Turn server WebRTC for more details. Okay. Now it worked. But scene invalid signature. RTC pull route result. Target aggregate public key signed by player 1. Okay. Better than those errors that we've seen. So we see this. So what do we see? Join, Jadder. This one is joining. Then we have sending offer, received an offer, sending accept, received an offer, sending accept, received an accept, sending accept, no, received accept, received accept. What's going on? It seems like we're receiving accepts over RTC and over from signal server. That's that looks like a lot of going on there. I need to review this as well. This isn't amazing. I feel like the protocol is broken. I think there was a number of iterations since it was working and it got broken. Scene invalid signature from D1, D7. What do we say here? Yeah, 48. Aggregate final, expect for 96 bytes public keys. Yes. Legacy payloads? There is no legacy payloads. We don't want to become, don't want any. We don't want any legacy payloads. This is remove anything. What legacy payloads? No, this is just. Who asked him to do that? Crypto.js line 1. In where? Where is the change? What is this for? Okay. We don't want any of this crap. Okay. Stop making any compatible. I didn't ask that. Remove any legacy support. Fallback. One public keys. I'm confused. Crypto subtle decrypt. Okay. But are we doing the right thing in general? Ephemeral public key. Was a secret AES key in the middle. No, there is none. I'm being now worried about what's happening here. Oh, that's vibe coding. That is vibe coding. Sometimes I'm just ask myself, wouldn't it be better if I just coded it myself? Because now I need to scratch my head. What's going on in here? To me, when I look at it, it looks broken. It looks like something is broken, and I don't like it. So what did we do? This poker table. Signature G1. And so previously we used G1 public, G1 key and G2 signature, and now we're using G2 public key and G1 signature. We swapped signature and public key to use the different G's. But Crumble uses what? I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, Crumble uses signature G1, public key G2. Yes. Yes. Same. So where is the problem? I don't understand. Or how did we arrive into something that is not like that? It's wrong, right? Because this is Crumble and it says G1 is signature. So why it was not a signature G1? I don't know. The Crumble wasn't changed, was it? There is no changes in Crumble. No. So I was using, in Crumble, I'm using G1 for signature. Yes. And for verification, masking, for masking is G1. Yeah. And then what happens here, God one knows. What happens when we verify? Verify unmasking. Okay, let's check this one. This one will tell us everything. Verify digest. Why do we need verify digest? Who asks someone for it? Digest to G1. We have public key, signature, and the digest. We take the digest to G1, which should be hash to curve. But of course, we don't want that. Why do we need this? It should be hash to curve. All of them. I don't want. And then I have to figure out which one is which. Let's check verify. I'm curious. What's going on in Crumble? Verify unmasking. What do we do here? G2 base. Yes. We take G2. We do minus. Yes, we do minus. And masked. Yes. Okay. That didn't change. Okay, that didn't change. That is fine. I don't necessarily know what are we doing here and what for. Okay. We removed something that I'm not entirely sure if we should be removing it. I think I'm gonna ask Codex to revert everything because why is the ephemeral key gone? Who asked Codex to do that? Shared AS key point. I feel like Codex is really taking the piece with me. 16% left. Oh no, I have until 3 days. I am doomed here. No. I am doomed. What do I do? Session, count session. BLS signal scheme. Recipient public key. Why are we removing all this? Oh, practically, I think the crypto previously wasn't using the Chrome BLS, and now it's using Chrome BLS. This is what we did. The change is correct. We want signature to BG1, but I'm a little bit worried about this AES involved here. It was involved for a reason. Now it's gone. Ephemeral key. What are we doing now instead? For decryption, public key. It's public key. Okay. And where is the recipient? Okay, so recipient, public key hex. What is this one? Where this one comes from? Ah, okay, encrypt to peer. Okay. Peer public key. Hex prefix. Okay, let it be. Okay, fine. Session operator BLS private key. Okay. Okay, if we don't have operator private or public key, then we just do this and we generate those. This didn't change. This didn't change. So the only thing that changed is our crypto part where we are. We don't use this AES anymore. Delete SharePoint. But what are we even encrypting? There is nothing to encrypt. We're signing only. We're not encrypting anything anymore. So maybe that's why it's not needed, but encrypt for peer. Ah, for signaling, yes. We encrypt for signaling. Okay. So will signal server need to understand it? Decrypt signal from peer hex. Looks simpler. Looks better. Kind of. Makes more sense. I actually didn't understand why did we have to use this AES. As if BLS wasn't good. I don't know. This payload to signal server doesn't need to be encrypted really, but yeah, it's just encrypted. Okay, so what did we do? We just removed it. Let's see what happens if we just reload this page. Okay. this will work, because should work, because we're still using this G1, G2 correctly. We didn't change how it works. So if I go to mayhem, should be fine. Oh, security is okay, so we didn't complain. Connecting, talk. Okay, fine. Seems like it's okay. Now, see the transcript. Okay, so this part seems okay. There's no errors. Okay, makes me happy. Now, let's ask Codex, why are we not starting the game? Some transition didn't happen, some transition of state. Because we added this state, but we probably don't handle the transition. Okay, so I see this. Layer 1, layer 2, and then the hand didn't start, or there's no lines. I suspect when you added, doesn't need to be grammatically correct, but when you added new states of hand to hand, there's some missing transitions. So we have this table aggregated, public key, signed, and so on. Let's see that. I need to sneeze. Okay. Not sure what state we are in. Actually, what state are we in? Can we check the RTC pull? What's the message? Last message, object, signal ID. Okay, that's broadcast delivered. Where's the hand? There is no hand. I don't see any hand. The game didn't start. You know, there is no. When the hand starts, we would have a round. I don't see any rounds going on. Pull message received. What is the message? What was the last message received? Let's see. Did we send the message? Yes, we did send the message. Okay, chat message. Message received. Message ignored, already seen. Message received. Data channel 4. Where is... Okay, it sounds like we never start this hand. You know, it just feels like let's see what that will do. because previously that would happen on promise completion, but now I think there is no state transition. So because all other states happen with a state in a hand, poker hand state. There should be state somewhere here. Current state, is it not? Yes. So this poker hand needs to be created. Start with poker hand state, which current state is shuffle. Kind of weird because it should be this. Where is this even used? It is as puzzle. I don't know if I'm playing puzzle with Codex. We're puzzling each other. No? Protocol state. There's a protocol state. I have a feeling that there is some, kind of mixed the protocol state and, but what is protocol state? Final settlement. Publish message. Use poker table, publish message. Well, publish aggregate. Oh, okay. Use poker table gets publish message. This game becomes very complicated. Okay, maybe we don't want those states here in the hand. Where's my explorer? What's going on? What happened? Where is the file explorer? No. Wow. Open editors, outline, timeline. Why do I have that? Folders. Wow. Ah, Jesus. The search is just taking space here. What happened? Ah, I can do it. I see. I see. npm scripts. I can run them like this. I didn't know that. Rust dependencies. Okay, I just want like this. How did this change? And why? Yeah, it seems like there is some mess going on. What is protocol? The Codex is just adding code when I didn't ask Codex to do this. And I don't know if I want to agree with this or not. I'm having difficulty to decide sometimes. I feel like maybe I will just let it happen like this, but what is it doing and why? Okay, it's gone from here. Fair enough. Maybe it's a protocol state indeed. A state between hand and the blockchain. You can have it this way, I guess. I don't know. Let's close this. Let's finish the codex thing. Okay. Yeah, maybe better this way. What I was right. Aggregate-Key happens before first poker action when hand stage is finished. I don't know if I want this like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it, let it stay like that. Use final. What are we looking at? Poker state. I feel like I'm reviewing Junior's code. Junior came up with idea, and now I need to say, okay, what is the idea? Is that a good idea? Is this idea working? Let's start with the basics. You know, does it work? Let's see if it works. Because if it doesn't work, then I definitely have a stronger case. If it works, then I don't know. maybe it's okay. Okay, connecting. At least we know what happens when there is some mismatch between the front-end way of generating those BLS keys and what is on chain. So, okay, but we still didn't start the gameplay. The gameplay didn't start. So, you know, can paste it again and see what will Codex say. Like, why don't I just check code myself? There's a lot of code, you know, the code is big and Codex does it faster, I suppose. I don't know, I can check as well. Just these are the messages. Find why it's like this. Okay. Oh, it does not produce signed by player 2. Player 2 receives player 1's debug but does not produce signed by player 2. Oh. Invalid signature. Didn't work. Still working on it. Oh, okay. If incoming type is history, chat message, and so on. Handle network message, poker table F current. Table client JSX component. That's a UI. I asked Codex to refactor it so nicely, so I have all these folders here. You can see how much code it is. It's crazy amount of code. Which was it even? 53. Final verification. Okay, so what's happened here? RTC message labels. What's this label? Oh, this is for the to make it look pretty on the console, I suppose. So on the console we say chat message, or final verification we say final settlement, and so on. And history, then we have from the history. Okay, so just print out. And this one is same. Handle network message. Poker table ref, that comes from user ref. Current. Who's setting this? Poker table actions. Use effect. Use poker table. The amount of hooks here is just crazy. It's just crazy amount of hooks. Okay. You'll be surprised, but I actually asked for each of those things. I asked Codex, I want you to create use poker table hook. I want you to give me the webcam thing, webcam view, and so on. So it should follow the design, but you see how much code just generated. Okay, but besides, or maybe that's actually the fix, because that's handle network message. That's yeah. Yes, the actual fix is, yeah, okay. Does this have to be string? Can we not use some kind of enum? Things don't need to be so perfect, you know. Okay, let's see. Does this actually make it work? Sign in. So you think making app using AI is so straightforward, simple, right? It's like you just write a prompt and whoa, whole app is working. Problem is that if your app is just some generic shop, maybe it's possible, but we're building here some complicated thing that has complicated rules, and there's a lot of going on. So, oh, hooray, we've got blinds. Look at this. Look at this. Game table aggregate public key submitted on chain. Hooray! So that's the aggregate key, and now now settlements on chain will be accepted by blockchain when you sign. So aggregate key is like both players, or whatever number of players you have, their private keys, all of their private keys were kind of used to sign it. I mean, the aggregate public key is aggregation of the public keys created using Lagrange. Okay, so there is this thing. Yeah, I'm complicating it. So there is Lagrange. Oh, here we go. So if you have more than one party, right? So if you have just single signer like typical blockchain stuff, so you sign it, like a single signer signs the transaction. So you have one private key and corresponding public key. So if I want to sign a message, I'm using my private key and I'm giving you my public key, and then you can use my public key to confirm that the message was signed by me, you know, so you can use my public key with the message to confirm. But we want to have multiple signers, so we want to have a final message, and we want to have consensus between all players. All players have to sign and say, yes, I have verified this hand, I confirm this is the result. So every player has to run the verification, and then they just confirm the final result is what they say it is, and they add the signature on top of it. So you would have as many players, as many signatures. And when we use BLS, all those signatures get aggregated into a single signature, And this way, when it gets submitted on blockchain, the smart contract on blockchain doesn't need to check multiple signatures. It just needs to check one signature, you know, and it doesn't need to do anything specific. It just does single signature check, because this aggregated signature is just a single regular signature, and there is a, you know, this aggregated public key, and blockchain will just check against it, you know. So that's the magic of the BLS, the commutativity and the composition. And yeah, Lagrange allows you to have n of k, or k of n. So say you have 10 parties, but you want a proof from 3, right? So you can say any 3 signed, not just 10, like any 3. So out of those 10, any 3 of those 10 signed. So the way this works is, you know, Lagrange interpolation creates a polynomial, and each participant in this combine is doing it, right? So each participant receives a point on this polynomial, and it's a secret. Now, no one knows the whole polynomial, right? But when you have 3 points on the polynomial, then you can recover the polynomial, right? You can recover the starting point. And the starting point is, you know, the master key. However, this is never disclosed. The secret is never disclosed. So the pairing function is used to confirm, you know. So we only look into the public space and the hashes and the signatures, and we never look into secrets. Using this pairing function, we find if something that was signed by those secrets is kind of corresponding. I was missing this word in the previous video. Like, I don't know, homomorphic. Homomorphic is a function that will be like a, I don't know, that it can be paired. It's corresponding with the public space stuff, you know. So we just find with this pairing function if 2 things pair together. So if I have a secret, does this secret pair with this public thing, you know? So of course not secret by the encrypted. This encrypted information pair with this public, I don't know, signature, you know, with this signature, which if I use public key and the signature, does this pair with, what do I say, with the encrypted message? No, we have signature, we have public key, we have signature, you have G, and you have hash of the original message. Or what we don't have is a secret, right? That's how it works. Mind gets twisted. Okay, let's see what happens when I place a bet. Will the gameplay go? Will I win something? Let's see. Raise, call, check. I'm gonna show you actually the blockchain. Sorry, it's a mini chain, hand mini chain. So you can see it's called history. So this history is those little chains. So player performs action and it sends the updated chain. It attaches one more action to the chain and it sends the chain. Then this one receives that chain and it attaches. So you can see one chain, another chain. Each of them is a chain. So this is a history. And you can see history contains here some actions. 7 of them. Then this one has probably more. Let's say 8. Oh, now it has 9 because it was 7 on my side. It goes to the other player, the other player makes it 8, comes back to me, it's 9, right? And then there's another, that will be 11, right? 11 actions, okay? So that's the chain, and each action on this chain is signed. So when I'm performing an action, I am adding this action to this mini chain, I'm assigning it, and I'm sending this chain to this other player. Now, we could use some sort of Merkle tree or something like that and sign the whole list of actions, because, you know, what if someone just forged the chain, like changed some actions in the upstream of the chain. The thing is that it wouldn't really work because this player has a hand state stored from the whole game until now, and if this player tried to apply the delta would fail if the chain is invalid. If this player disconnected from the game and came back, still, if actions on the chain are not valid poker actions, I will be just fail, right? So we can say, oh, I found a cheater. Previous player was a cheater because the actions that I received are not applicable to the poker hand state. I cannot apply them. And cheater cannot actually cheat someone's actions because they would have to know their signature. You know, they would have to be able to sign, and each action is signed. So yeah. Okay, so let me call. Let me raise. This is subject of research, so I need to find out if I made a mistake here in this thought process. Worst case scenario, I can use McAfee or something like that, and not a big deal, right? Okay, what's going on? Okay, so there was verification, and now operator ran out of gas, and we need to give operator some gas. And this is the top up. As I said, operator is like a prepaid, uses prepaid, so you know we need to prepay, and this is like a multiplier of some minimum amount per transaction. So 10 should be enough for some 10 transactions, whatever that might be. And now we need to send this gas, so we sign with wallet and we topped up, and now we have final verification fail. The total cost of gas exceeds the balance on the account, and bang, we hit another wall. But I think this will be for another time because now it's already midnight and quite a firefighting. But this is cool, actually, it works. I'm gonna commit this as some commit because we got here, and yeah, this is nice. This is nice because we got the aggregate. So this happens only once. So process is, see, before we just connected players. This is RTC, like peer-to-peer, and then players exchange like a message with public key. That's aggregate public key. So they agree on the public key. So each of them adds a share of this aggregate public key, and then it's submitted on chain to this table. That this table will be using this particular aggregate public key. So every table would use different aggregate public keys, so this per table, right? And this is important because every hand that ends needs to be then settled on chain, and to ensure that there is no cheating, this aggregate public key has to be generated before any hand starts, because before any hand starts, we don't know what is. Players have same incentives, you know. Before the hand starts, all players believe I will win the game. So that's why we do everything, as much setup as possible before we start in a game, so that when the hand ends and you lost, you have two choices. You sign and we grant, you lost, fine. If you don't sign, and we will slash you. Because if you don't sign, you lost. If you don't sign, you lost. That's it. So you have only one option: either sign, and if you lost, you lost, or you don't sign and you lost anyway. You have no incentive to not sign. If you don't sign, you may have repercussions against you. You can be banned. You know, you can lose a possibility to play again. So maybe just wallet address will be banned, or maybe we do KYC and we just ban the user, and user will never ever be able to play private poker again. So yeah, but there could be an issue, like some issue in the client, so we don't want to be that terrible for anyone. So now this is just a research, so of course things aren't yet done. You can see the problem happen here. And maybe the problem was this lack of gas and the top-up happened, but maybe this just didn't happen. I don't know. Let's see what happens next. I topped up the account, so maybe this game will settle. Let's see what happens. But you've noticed the end of the game, it's no longer lying about who won the game, because now the final verdict is verified after the hand is all, after all the verification. So now, this one verified, and now this one verified. And again, a top-up is needed. Your player operator needs gas. Maybe just give it more gas, I don't know. See if that will work. 0.005 if. Maybe we should give it more if. Because this final verification actually cost a lot of if. Maybe that's why. The top-up was insufficient, I'd say. Operator top-up prepared. Where is the transaction that was rejected? History. I don't see rejected transaction. What does it say here in the... I want to see something. I'm going to go ahead and just clear it. Okay, I'm going to start over. I'm going to try again. Okay, I'm going to try again. Just like this. I'm going to do this. Check. I just want to have a clear trace. See, you can actually do more analysis, more understanding what happens from those logs. So if you have like it's like simplify, because code is a lot of code, and you don't really know what's going on in a lot of code. Then those logs, those console logs, like network logs and console logs, there's a lot of messages. And then maybe there is some way of displaying it in a more human-friendly way that you can much easier find what happened. So we send an offer, we accepted an offer, and so on. So that's more, at the logic level, and you can even display the cards. So quality debugging information is always valuable. It allows you to find what's going on much faster. And maybe I spent some time on this console in the beginning, but now I can just, I have this benefit of using it. Every time something goes wrong, I can use it. Okay, we're waiting for the verdict. Community card, ABC wins. Okay, and now we have the situation. Did we actually send something on chain? Okay, transaction wasn't sent on chain yet. So, was it sent? No. We top up. Okay, required is 5025. Top up is this amount. Does this slider do anything? It doesn't update. Maybe slider is broken. I have a feeling that this slider is just not working. Because if I do like this, it should take this value and multiply it. Maybe it does work, but maybe there is actually, I think I have a limit, top-up limit or something like that. That's another invention of mine. Where did I put it though? I don't think it's in here, is it? No, it's just, this is just to skip the estimation of gas. And it's not going to be here either. Where do we have top-up limits and things? Oh, here, max top-up. That's the thing. And it's gray, so we need to remove this. And here we go. That's the max top up. See? That is the max top up, and this max top up is not sufficient. We need to change it. We need to give it more. 500,000 GUI. And we need this amount of GUI. Why do we need so much GUI? How much is that? It's a lot, right? Looks like some 0 point something ether. So this is why it doesn't matter what I do with the slider, because there is a max and that's it. Oh, there's this amount of ether. Can I edit? No. It doesn't work because this is the we need to give it more. Okay, so this is okay. This is the GUI. Now, like this. Oh, can top up like this. No? Maybe even like this. Oh. Does that make it 1 ether? Maximum 1 ether. That would be a lot, no? That's 18. Let's make it 1 ether. Let's see what happens. That's a lot of ether. But okay, let's do this. That's suspiciously a lot. Let's check. I don't know why it would be so expensive to settle. I'm just checking single BLS signature, so. Oh. Now it actually works, the GUI thing. So I can top up this amount GUI. 0.25 ether. Let's see if how much is it. 0.025. No, 0.25. I think I need to change this top-up window. Not entirely sure. Okay, and this should now work. Was there a problem? Oh, submitted. Now it's submitted. And now we can play another game. Okay, and that should submit. The verdict should be submitted. ABC wins. Final summit submitted. Okay. And there should be a transaction here. Oh, it's there. So you can think of this operator like same as this coding agent. There is this usage remaining, 14%, right? So maybe it should there should be some operator remaining usage of operator usage remaining. We have to top up something like that. Okay, what do we get here? Blind ace. What do I do when there is ace? The chances that others have aces are only 50% now. Not even less. I have all the aces. Okay, so say I'm gonna raise. I have a king. I'm gonna go all in, see what happens. Okay, cool. I have oh, 3 of aces. Look at that. So this one, yeah. Final settlement submitted on chain. Okay, and hand should end now. And the next step that needs to be done to make this fully working, this mayhem needs to be removed from the list. It's no longer, it's finished game. The chips from this table need to be transferred to player because they are currently on a table. So table has balances of each player at the table, and now the table finished, so the balance of the winner needs to go back into pocket of the winner. So I need to give those chips, the chips, not dollars, chips, I need to give to the player. But that's the simple part, you know. So basically ending the game, ending the table game, that needs to be done. So that will be next broadcast, yay. And now we achieved working solution. Ta-da. With painstaking game with Codex, but yeah, it works. Some things that work are better than things that don't, so it makes me happy. Now, you can see here the grid. There was number of requests, signals. They shouldn't use any more signals now because now they have you know, this table shouldn't exist here, but okay, let's do this. Open. This should happen over peer-to-peer network, so there shouldn't be any more signals. See, it's the same, it didn't change. There was no more signaling going on. All this signaling happened because we restarted the whole page, we reloaded. But normally you would only have once. Once you join peer-to-peer network, you don't signal anymore. You just it's designed. I designed the system to be contagious. So you just bootstrap. So you connect to peer-to-peer network, and then someone else connects. And then you connect that, and anyone else who connects is automatically kind of connected. It depends. It's not that simple, but you know, it's kind of in the direction. It's a bit more complicated. There is a whole philosophy how this works, you know. It's all implemented as a thing in a front-end here, so there should be some feedback for the user to show that evaluating who's the winner. So well, there is this, but yeah. This one, but so now once the chips are gone, so I'm gonna go all in. Oh, I see it's all in. I'm gonna go all in. Who's gonna win? 10, queen, 3, ABC wins. What does ABC have? 5, 5, half pair. It should say the rank, right? And these 2000 chips should go here, and they didn't. So okay, but we can see there was no signaling. That's the point. All right, so that was an interesting adventure today to fight with the I don't know, bugs created by Codex. And yeah, I guess, you know, what we learn from this is things that are supposed to be straightforward, they're not, because there is always those little details that make them not straightforward, and yeah, they just don't work, and you need to make them work. So, right.